They keep telling me it ain't easy. It really can't be done. That you are just so human, and that's why God made you one. They keep telling me it ain't easy, that it really can't be done. That you are so very human, that's why God made you one. But those are the voices of the people in this town, and they're always hanging around. But those are the voices of the people in my head, and they're always hanging around. But what does it really matter when you have peace of mind? And what does it really matter when you have love in your heart? And what does it really matter when you have your soul? Freedom, freedom, freedom. They keep telling me it ain't easy, that it really can't be done. That you are so very human, that's why God made you one. But those are the voices of the people in this town, and they're always hanging around. Those are the voices of the people in my head, and they keep hanging around. Do you have that same situation? Huh? But what does it really matter when you have peace in your mind? And what does it really matter when you have love in your heart? And what does it really matter when you have your soul? Freedom, freedom, freedom. Oh, they keep telling me it ain't easy, it really can't be done. You are so very human, that's why God made you one. But those are the voices of the people in this town, and they keep hanging around. But those are the voices of the people in my head, and they keep hanging around. Oh yeah, but what does it really matter when you have peace in your mind? And what does it really matter when you have love in your heart? And what does it really matter when you have your soul? Freedom, freedom, freedom. It's all about feeling good. Who do we have on this love line today? Hello, Brooke. Hello, Lisa. And it's just a wonderful, beautiful morning. All the beautiful beings. I know. This is why we are going to grow leaps and bounds. This is why we're going to reach for the highest star today. This is why we are going to be not living in that town where those voices are just chattering and just keeping us down. Oh, you're human after all. This is why God made you a human. So why don't you do the human thing? So, what does it really matter about all those voices when you have peace in your heart, huh? When you have and peace in your mind and love in your heart and this idea of feeling good. Hello, Annette. Good morning. Thank you. Hello, Jack. Rocket. Rocket Yogi Tom. Yeah, well, we're going to rock it and we're going to rock it. We're going to R-O-C-K I-T, and then we're going to R-O-C-K-E-T. Huh, Jack, buddy, huh? You want to get high today, bud? Oh my goodness, it is so all about getting high. You know, this is what I love about using the energy of all our physical and human addictions, right? Because really it's just the soul wanting its true nature of joy and happiness and bliss. Really, the real deal stuff. So when we get a little confused, when we get a little deluded and illusional, what happens is that we tend to just gravitate only to the lowest vibration, what's easily accessible, and we go hog wild on our senses, you see. But listen, that energy in of those kinds of addictions are wonderful fuel. They are absolutely alchemizing agents, because if you use that desire, let's say you love to engage in that physical expression called sex, or if you like to engage in overeating or whatever are those other aspects of the senses that can be overindulged in, well, really, what about considering this notion of just using that energy and having sex with God in your heart? Okay. You know, now listen, it's a non-physical thing then. It's a non-physical thing, but that's the whole point. I bet all of you know someone who's in assisted living now that is really incapable of moving. This is one of our steps. This is our second step, our second attunement of the heart, meaning that we are in Divine Mother's womb. We are that little baby all curled up. We're helpless. It's like how we got here, right? And how we're going to leave here, back in her womb. We got to go back there. But here's the practice, though, that you can't move your body anymore. You don't have the sensations working. Maybe there's a little paralysis, whatever. And you can't do anything on your own, but you have the consciousness. Now, that is an ultimate practice of a meditation right there. You can't move. You can't do what you used to do. Nothing's working, baby. So you can think about the old days, right? But you ain't working, so you're just going to get frustrated. Same thing when you go to the other side and it ain't going to be working physically over there. So if you still have those desires, you're going to be in a very painful place on the other side when all this possibility of light and love and growing your consciousness is available, and you're still yearning for the human experience. So we got to practice that in advance, right? We got to hang out right here and now and have some moments today, because it is one of our steps to soul awakening anyway, so we're going to practice it anyway. Our second step, we're in the womb, we're helpless, we're little babies, or however you want to look at it, or you just had an accident today, you can't move. My mother is that way, my wife's mother is that way, and they're helpless, but their consciousness is somewhat still there, although my mom doesn't remember a thing. But she still says thank you all day. So what I'm saying is practice that you can't move. Practice that you don't have those senses to operate anymore, that you are immovable, yet you have the consciousness. So what do we practice? She loves me. She loves me more. We're on divine love support breathing. Divine Mother's like a little tube in her womb, and we're just tubing her. We're tubing her unconditional, unceasing love. Immovable, not being able to use our five senses. Isn't that one powerful notion? This is one powerful notion, just one of many. Just one of many, what we call Gita love games. Your points are right on. It's not a physical, it's a non-physical union. We are non-physical beings, and science has always already proven it's a non-physical reality. So as soon as you and I can jump off that wagon and into this non-physical consciousness and practice more today than ever before, you and I are going to feel good. And to me, it's all about feeling good. Hello, feeling good in my soul neighborhood. You better believe it, Bob. These are soul friends, man. I'm feeling so good. I enjoy vibrations. I'm feeling so good because I am home. I'm feeling so good. I enjoy vibrations. I'm feeling so good because I am home. I'm feeling so good. I enjoy vibrations. I'm feeling so good. Cause I am home. I'm feeling so good. I enjoy vibrations. And I'm feeling so good cause I am home. I'm feeling so good cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, good, good. I enjoy vibrations. And I'm feeling so good, good, good. I joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so 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 good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am the home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, I am joy vibrations. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, good, good. Joy vibrations, and I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. I'm feeling so good, 'cause I am home. Om Shakti, 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 Om. Woo! It's a new Beach Boys. It's a new spiritualized Beach Boys song, Jack. You got it right. Everyone, welcome, Jack. He's my brother friend, my brother monk friend. Now a wonderful videographer. If you need any film done, any kind of weddings done, any kind of shooting done, Jack's the guy, all right? We were in the ashram together, he and his brother Lance. We had a heck of a good time trying to be free and happy and unstructured in a very structured society. All right, hello, Misty Mars. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to share soul love with you, my friend. You know, we just come here as a non-physical being. We come here as with all the chakras as best as we can, with all the doors open, with a big open heart and a big open mind, so that we can really have a love blast. You see, because if we can take care of our feelings, our emotional body, she's a doozy. Our emotional body is a doozy, you know. Your feelings, they operate the roost. They run the house here. The feeling, the divine feminine thing called feeling, emotion. Whatever is that thing that he's emoting as a feeling in you, it's energy in motion, you know. But boy, I'll tell you, if we can somehow manage those feelings better, if we can induce in ourselves this feeling of good, if we can create the alchemy of feeling good because we choose to, not because we are feeling good, because there's a very good chance, when this world is bringing you down and you feel so depressed. When this world is bringing you down and you're feeling so depressed, you really need to take a light bath. You really need to take a light bath. You really need to take a light bath. You really need to take a light bath and bathe in the beautiful light, and bathe in the beautiful light. We have to bring light into our darkness. We have to bring a better feeling. We have to choose. We induce it. We want it, you see, because we want it, because we have a little wisdom that feeling good is our true nature. It's just not sometimes. It's just not when maybe something randomly happens and you feel better. No, don't go that way. Don't play Russian roulette with your with your life, baby. If you're going to gamble, bet on yourself today to do whatever is necessary to feel good, all right? So you got to take that into your own hands. You got to induce that state. We got to decide that we're going to sing happy songs. We're going to bring some higher energy. We're going to bring some real willpower. We're going to bring some real intention. We're going to be humble. We're going to ask for God's help. Please help me to improve on this feeling that I'm having right now, right? Yeah. So one way is to just turn to the light. Turn to the light of a more positive thought. Turn to the light of a more positive friend. Turn to the light of a more positive thing that you can be doing now that is the opposite of the feeling that may not be so good, all right? Remember, you are joy vibrations. You are blissgasms. You are everything that is beyond wonderful, okay? So we have no excuses anymore, really, to not feel great. I'm feeling so good, man. Why? Because I practice feeling good. I have a step program. I'm in assisted living. I have all the assistants around me to support me so no negativity can even get in from my own thoughts. That kind of thing. No, it's a total way of life, man. To feel good, it's a total way of life. Hello, Lord. When this world is bringing you down and you're feeling so depressed, when this world is bringing you down and you're feeling so depressed, you really need to take a light bath. You really need to take a light bath. You really need to take a light bath. You better run into that place where you can be in the light. You really need to take a light bath and bathe in the beautiful light. And bathe in the beautiful light. And bathe in the beautiful light. Imagine a light-filled mind and a light-filled attitude and a light-filled approach today and a light-filled universe, and you're just swimming. We're just swimming in a wonderland of light. You're moving. Yesterday I taught 2 yoga classes back to back, and I said, let's start how yogis really started. This idea of a hatha yoga class, of a movement, postures. What is that? They sat until they were in ecstasy, in the non-physical reality. Then they said, I need a stretch. You know, I've been sitting here for 2 days. Right? And I just need a stretch. So they got up and they lifted their arms, and all they were doing is lifting up this ecstasy that was flowing through them. And then they moved to one side, and they were still in that ecstasy. And they moved in ecstasy. You see, you don't come to a yoga class because you think you're broken. You don't come there because you You're really down and out in Beverly Hills. Yeah, you go there, that's fine, but you need to remember the end in mind. That yoga is oneness, union. We need to always live with the end in mind. So both of my classes were from this ecstatic place where we were ecstatic dancers, you know? There's a lot of ecstatic dancing in Encinitas. Did you know that? Well, it's a great concept. How about ecstatic living, huh? How about ecstatic living? And one way that we can do that is to always turn to the light. We got to take a light bath and bathe in the beautiful light. And bathe in the beautiful light. We're in the light right now, so relax, okay? Bathe in the beautiful light. And bathe in the beautiful light. And after you take your light bath, you need to follow it up. And after you take your light bath, you need to follow it up. 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 Take a shakti shower. And take a shakti shower. And take a shakti shower. And take a shakti shower. A cosmic energy. Of cosmic energy. Of cosmic energy. Of cosmic energy. You're gonna feel better, so much better. I promise you, you're gonna feel better, so much better. But you got to believe in the Shakti energy. But you got to believe in the Shakti energy. When this world is bringing you down and you're feeling so damn depressed, when this world is bringing you down and you're feeling so damn depressed, you need to take a light back. You really need to take a light back. You really need to take a light back. You gotta really take a light back. better. I promise you, you're gonna do better. So much better. But you got to have faith. You got to believe in the Shakti energy. You got to believe in the Shakti cosmic energy. You got to believe that you can be happy. You got to believe that you can be happy. You got to believe that you can be happy. Got to believe that you are happy. That you are so happy. That you are happy. And you're feeling so darn good right now. You're feeling so darn good, with the Shakti cosmic energy, with the Shakti cosmic energy. Well, there's a lot of Shakti flying around this love line right now. I haven't been able to tune in with your comments, but listen, I'm sure you're having a good time. Everything is here to help us. Everything always works out. Oh yeah. Oh Matt. Hello Matt. Yeah, I think we say the same thing. You know, everyone says through their own little instrument, however God is using them, they're saying the same basic thing. Everyone on the planet, right? And now we all got together and forgot about how we say it, and we just sat in what I call a love line, you see? And now let's quit the words, let's quit the preaching, let's quit the thing that whatever thing we have going. Now the next step is to sit in what I call the love line. So we have a big old row of people that are facing each of us in another row, but we are one-on-one with the person in the row, right there. And then when we're done with our little practice, which I'll explain in a minute, then one row, one person gets up from the in chair and comes around to the other end, and it just moves down one. And we get in a love line. The Matt Kahns and everyone else and the Deepak Chopras, if we can get off our high horses, you see, and say, listen, we're all talking about love. Now, what if we actually practice love together? You know, all the brilliant people, all the spiritual people, you know, everyone in their little funnel, right? Well, drop the funnel for a moment. Quit the talking about it, and let's get together and just love. What a concept. Love is not talking. Love is not thinking. Love is not preaching. Love is not saying this is this, this is this, and this and this. Although we do our best to say that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying there's another level here, kids, and it's called hearts in ecstasy. It's called what's really happening right now in our hearts. That as you breathe in, all the love of that divine spirit beloved in every heart is loving you. And as you exhale, your heart, the spirit that's in your heart is loving every heart. Every heart is loving you with an inhale. It's like being immovable, not moving your body, and you think that's going to be a bad state of mind. What do you think meditation is? What do you think the interior life is? It's to be immovable. It's to be in that mushin, no mind. It's to be with no thought. It's to be with nothing except this raw, non-physical, abundant love and light. So on one side of the line, they offer, as they exhale their breath, they offer all their love. And then on the other side of the line, we receive that love as that side of the line, the partner sitting right across from you, is exhaling out. It's their so-called breath, but giving you all their love. And you pull it in this way as you receive it. They exhale, and then you exhale. They inhale the love from your heart, and then we inhale. As they exhale, we exhale. As they inhale the love, they exhale the love, we inhale the love. And it's just this reciprocation of hearts that are just totally God hearts, as a mind that is so pure, has nothing to do with the physical at all. It's a practice of non-physical loving. See, my friends, what's needed on this practice, in this planet now, for any recovery to happen, and it's, you know, the AA have it down with their steps. They cannot stop their steps. They cannot deviate from their steps. Their steps is their lifeline. And so our steps of the practice of non-physical loving, of non-physically finding our joy not in things of this world, not in the five senses, of our practicing of quieting that mind so we have a beautiful Mushin mind where that loving can take place then, because there's no thoughts about it. There's no desires for the physical part, which is not love. It's just the physical part of it, all right? Because Yogananda said sex and love is as far apart as the moon and the sun, all right? So that's what we are about here. I just thought I would bring that up so you can visualize today that we have all stopped talking and we just get into loving, all right? That's all. That's why I call this song, I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? Just for a moment. And I'm the talker of talkers, right? When it comes to sharing love. I can't help it. But you don't see me when I'm not doing a stream. I'm quiet. I'm on the inside. I'm doing what I'm telling you right now. Where do you think I get my Shakti juice? Where do you think I get my joy juice? Huh? What do you think, man? Because I'm practicing all the rest of the time. Then I happen to be online and then you get the brunt of it. I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? So let's stop. Let's stop a lot and just get into loving. And the loving of the shared experience of all of our hearts loving together. Honestly. Because to me, I know that what's really important for me today, that I really am crystal clear about the end goal for me. Oh, you can have your goals for today. The end goal of life, man, which could end today. Right? Remember, it's a dead end. Life is a dead end. You're going to be dead in the end. So what is the strongest love, powerful desire that you need to live by today so you stay on target? To me, it's that joy, bliss, ecstasy. It's the ongoing blissgasms of forever and forever with the infinite and all the souls that are one with that infinite. It's ongoing blissgasms. I know I say that, but to me, I don't want anything else, man. I mean, do you? Is there really anything other than that? You know, that oneness with spirit, call it that, the bliss oneness. That has to be your strongest desire today. That has to motivate everything else that you do. Whatever is your strongest desire for the truth, the non-physical truth, beyond your particular, your expression of it, is just between you and the beloved. Now there is where you want to rock today. There is where you want to set your sights today. Everything will flow from that, right? All right, so there you have it, man. Hearts in ecstasy. What is this kind of, hello, how are you doing? You know that how are you phrase is one of the most insulting phrases of all. I always just say to people, I'm divine like you. They look at me like I'm crazy. But I say to them, listen, I'd rather say the truth about us than to make up something about how I think I am. We don't have time to waste with this little chit-chat, man. How are you? Remember? The voices in your head are going to say, you're just human after all, so go ahead and do everything human. No, you're divine through and through. This human is a dream, all right? So you need to express divinity, not your humanity, baby. Come on, let's get real. I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? I'm having a love blast. Are you? Could you? Would you too? Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. So this is our time to let it rip. Just let it rip out of you. Really, this stream is about purifying your feelings, that we have to blast love into our feelings. We have to induce whatever is that next level up for a better feeling. We have got to take care of our emotional bodies. We cannot let our emotional bodies just do what they have done because they are compulsed to do it, because it's knee-jerk reaction and we have just these emotions that are out of control. We need to love blast them in. We need to love so much love love into our heart and into our third chakra, that we just blast with the good energy and the intention and our practice of the steps and everything else, and getting on this love line and cracking our hearts open and giving and sharing and pouring our joy into it. That's all this is. Hello, Amy. I knew you were going to come on, Amy. Well, I knew it. It was really important that you came on the love line, because I practice these love games and in a love line with all of you. And I hope you don't mind that I intuitively imagine that we are in these love games more than we are in these human games, okay? And that we are sharing all God's love back and forth in our hearts and our love line. And I do that with all of you, so it makes a magnet so that we are attracted to each other in this higher vibrational field, so that we can be a little of an inner world here, an inner world while we're in our physical conditions. Does that make sense? We all need a tribe that is practicing inner world realities. We can't just stay on the surface of just hanging out with people. Oh my gosh, if there's anything more depressing than that, it's hanging out with people that aren't aware of what's going on. So we need to hold the space so that when we're with, most of the time, people that way, we are a bigger container, because you won't be able to hold it on your own. We are the Love Force Revolution. You know that. So these are real love games, okay? Hello, Kyrie. Welcome, brother. I miss you, man. But that doesn't mean we can't rock and roll. Come on. We still need to see each other, Kyrie. Come on. Man, you're a shaker and a doer. You're a world beyond the world. You have a beautiful mind and a beautiful heart, brother. So let's keep rocking and rolling, all right? I'm having a love blast. Are you, could you, would you too? I'm having a love blast. Are you, could you, would you too? Let's combine now, come on. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. Let it blast through you. You can't do a thing on your own. Remember, one of our greatest practices is to be immovable, to be paralyzed, that you can't use your body, you can't use your five senses, but you have the acute mind. You're still very aware, and all you can do, people are running around, you wish you could, but you can't do the things you used to do. You're immobile, you're in assisted living. That is so powerful. Then where are you going to be at that point in life, huh? Where are you going to be at? Without training, it's up for grabs. You could be very miserable and scared and frightened and resentful, right? And wishing things to be different. This is why we have got to practice these really powerful love games now. Sit still every day in that frame of mind where you can't do any more in this world, you can't move anymore, and you can't use your five senses the way you use them. That you can't do a thing on your own. That is what we call being on divine life and divine love support. And in that state, we practice just being consumed by our soul, being loved every breath by our cosmic divine mother that is part of our soul. And then you become empowered in life. Then you know what the purpose of your life, because to move about the cabin freely in a body in this world is a bonus. It is not to be taken as a right. It is not to be taken for granted. To move, to have health, to be able to do today. Just know that someday you won't be able to do. All right? So when we can be in a non-doing reality, your doing is going to be pure divine. It's going to be the pure love blast. I'm having a love blast. Are you, could you, would you do? I'm having a love blast. Are you, could you, would you too? Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. Now's the time. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. See, your quotes, who you are your quotes? You know, sometimes we ascribe this, Yogananda said this, Matt Kahn said this, and Deepak said this. Well, come on. What do you say? What do you say? Would you believe how you say it? Would you say it's just as pure gold coming from you? Just as pure gold. But you know, people need a person who's recognized by other people so that they can feel like they are following someone who's been recognized, because they have so little faith in themselves, you see? So everyone needs a little something pinned onto their belief system. Darling, you don't need nothing pinned onto your belief system, because you are the source of where all beliefs come from. You are pure spirit soul. Now let's get busy, not talking, but loving. In fact, love blast, and one more round we're going to end the stream. I'm having a love blast. Are you, could you, would you do? I'm having a love blast. Are you, could you, would you do? Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. We all need it here. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. You are the source of all your beliefs. Marianne, there you go, baby. You just nailed it for the rest of us. Wow, this is what we're talking. We're talking like a major soul awakening stream now and every day. Every day is a major soul awakening day. Just look what Marianne just said. I am the source of my beliefs. And then we'll quote her. It's Marianne Dennis. Marianne Dennis, a.k.a. Soul. All right. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast our world. Come on, baby, let's love blast. Let's love blast everyone. Tell you a little secret. If you ever want to go and listen to these streams again, other than Facebook, I got quite a few up on my Love Force Revolution YouTube channel. Then you can take a nice walk every day, plug in. I listened to 2 of my long streams yesterday, and I was doing my usual walk. I must have walked twice as much. I was entranced by the vibration pouring through us as an amazing grace that's on this channel. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the Spirit. Do you think that the Christ and the Christian and the Holy Ones and the Masters in the inner worlds are just twiddling their thumbs today? Do you realize how serious they are about liberating your soul and consciousness today? About helping you to realize that you are the love blaster, that you are the light, that you are the peace, and these feelings are very temporary, and that you can induce such a state of consciousness today that you realize that you and they are one, are really the one and the same thing, because it all comes from the soul, and the soul and the spirit are one. Do you realize the power that is accessible to you? All right. I just wanted to put that out there, because there's just so many inspirational streams that we have accessible for us, because that's what I do to install every day more of this soul program, man. I call it my soul script. What kind of script do you run by? What script are you running, huh? Who's the producer and the director of your life right now, huh? Who are you following, huh? All right, let's get the soul script downloaded. It's ready to download, and have a beautiful rest of your day. We are soully connected, that's for sure. Together we are powerful. Love you. Thank you. It was amazing to have you all come on. I always look back at your comments and may reply back later. But you know, I am so in our love games and our reciprocation of pure love with each other. I swear it works. It works like magic, man, because guess what? We are magic. All right, big love, lots of light baths today, and follow it directly up with taking a Shakti, Shakti, Shakti shower of cosmic energy. All right? Much love. We'll see you again. Well, tomorrow I have GitaStudy.com, which some of you could definitely just click onto that, GitaStudy.com, and check it out, because that's our boot camp training for all of this. That's where we really huddle up. That's where we get one-on-one with the divine light and the divine light teachings and the divine love teachings straight from the Bhagavad Gita. Check it out. Much love to you. And so it is.